first, before we go into Painter, Painter's got some really cool stuff, but I want to show you a Photoshop-only approach because that's mainly what we're doing. Show you two that this one I made last night in Photoshop only from this photograph. And this is method number 2, where I went through with a big soft blender thingy here and made the underpainting layer so I don't have any white spaces. And then I went with a smaller brush and painted that all over again. And then I brought in just a little, I was bringing in a little detail from the actual photograph in the branches here. That was my next thing. So there's the pieces of that. And this one is definitely best for the not so high detail type paintings, when you don't want to see exact pine needles and stuff. Which, if you want to see exact pine needles, well, we have one of those. It's right here. Right? But let's also look at this other one that I'm still in the middle of working on. Okay. This one is just the one layer. So there's going to be these little white, where it's kind of hard to, I mean, you could go over every single thing, but you can see that there's no resemblance of the photograph here. This is all painting. But it's a pretty neat look in and of itself. So it's a nice look. So let's look at how to make this happen. I guess I could do something. Let's make a new layer. So we have our image. Now, as I looked at this last night, I would probably have taken these two things out. You may like them. I would probably take them out. And this is also a place where the preview in your stamp tool, see that?
Oh, yeah.
You just line it up. See how nice that is? Very easy. And other nice thing about painting is, well, we're painting. It's not going to be exact anyways, right?
Right.
Because that's the whole idea. If we wanted exact, we'd be working in photographs. Anyway, it's always a good idea to look over your image and try to visualize what in the world you're doing before you get into any of this tedious type of work. It is actually, it's somewhat tedious, but it's actually kind of fun to do a little painting. Right? You missed that line slightly. But again, since we're painting, I feel good that it doesn't matter that much. So here's my system. There's lots of systems, lots of ways to do this. But this is the way that I do in Photoshop. First, I duplicate the layer. And then, this may seem funny at first. Open up your history palette. I make a new snapshot. This little square over here, this is for the source of the history brush and the art history brush, which is what we're going to be using. So now we have this is where we're going to paint from. Okay? So now we can get rid of the history palette. And now whatever we do to this layer, it doesn't matter because we're going to be painting back from that state in history. It's kind of like a time machine. But I like to have something to kind of trace, something to look at underneath. So I'm going to fill it with white, which is my background color. And then I'm going to fade down to like 75% or so, something like that. You think, why not just turn down the opacity? Well, it doesn't work. So don't do that. Then you can try it if you like. Alright, right over here, this is your history brush and your art history brush. The history brush is just history on a brush. I'm painting in the exact photo how it was before on a brush. The art history brush has all these little options of paint strokes. Like the tight short is the one I was working on, and you can change the size of your brush, make it big, and you can see how it kind of, it blurs, it takes what's right under the brush and it kind of spreads it, kind of like you're spreading paint. You got the dab here, and the slower you go, you can go fast and you get that kind of spread out. You can go slow, and it kind of works it up like this. So we'll stick with the tight short for now. You have the area. That's how far out it's going to look and work. And again, this depends on the style you're going for. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to, and this generally, this is where you actually feel like you're painting, because you zoom in and you paint, and just like everything with painting, I kind of follow the lines. Now see, that's kind of big. We make it smaller. So you paint around the lines, just kind of like you normally would, and it's similar to painting like those little water things. You get wet and the colors come in when you just paint with water. It's kind of like that, because your colors are already there. Remember, we're painting from that history state. So you just kind of fill it in, like yay. And you can go as slow or as fast as you want. It's nice with the tablet, I'll tell you that much. Those paintings you saw a little while ago I did with the trackpad last night. Anyway, and you go around, you can do a circle here, paint that in, loop around the bottom. So you can see it kind of fills it in, but yet it's painting and blurring those, kind of meshing those pixels together, similar to as if it were paint. Right? I don't have enough hair. We'll put in a happy little curve right here. There's a fun little line in this joyous tower.
Yeah, it's definitely him. Yeah. Happy little tree right here.
So you can zoom out. So let's jump to the other one that I was working on, the way it was. And you can see as you get going through how it takes a while to take shape. You have to, it's funny how the painting world is a little bit there. And see, once you close it, you lose your history. So, but luckily I still have this down here, and you could do it. But anyway, I just wanted so you could see what that style looks like. And now I will jump to showing you how I did the other one with the underpainting method.